Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of Doing the Most, which is the Premier League transfer show on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. We have Mr. The Bridge 258 in the building. Ahmed is here. Ryan is also in the building as well. I think Jez will be joining soon. So get your questions in, people, in regards to any confirmed transfers, any offers, any rumors, etc., etc. There is a lot to discuss. A lot seems to have gone on in the past couple of days. You got Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane. That's why they're both in the title in regards to are they leaving their clubs this summer or for free next year. You've got interest from West Ham in Scott McTominay. They've also made a bid for Conor Gallagher. So, and I'm sure there's plenty more as well. But let's bump up the likes first and foremost. Bump up the likes, people. Share this across all of the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Please do those three things first and foremost. Hit that like button, share across all the socials, and subscribe. But before we get into all of that, Ahmed, what are you telling me? You good?
I'm doing good, man. Amazing, sensational. Just got 300 subs now on
Love
the channel. So, 700 away now, 700 away, 1K. So, we keep moving, man. Literally, what's it called? Almost 2 months of YouTube, 300 subscribers, man. Can't lie to you. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But
doing bits. Hey, everyone in the chat, I want to see congratulations because that's a milestone. You know what I'm saying? To hit 300K, because I see Ahmed over there not only doing great work, also consistent as well, which is the toughest part about this. He's been consistent. Ryan, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, good, man. Good. How are you?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless you. Already know. You know what I'm saying? A little bit tired, but other than that, I'm all well and good. Stephanie G. Stephanie, you be getting your jokes off. Actually, I've noticed this. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing you be getting your like dad jokes off. So I'm guessing you're a mum. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but you be cracking these type of jokes. Always remind me of Surfer. But she says Kane to PSG and a swap deal with Mbappe, then with the laughing emoji. Somehow I don't see it happening. No, I don't see Kane going to PSG, and I definitely don't see Kylian Mbappe going to Tottenham Hotspur. Big up to Shikar in the cut as well. Big up to Jesse. I see you in the chat also. Big up to Andy, Warrior J as well. Let's see who else. Yeah, larger part of regulars, like I said, as usual in the chat as well. Large up to Pels. Good to see Pels in the chat also. He just says woo. Big up to Pels. And let me get to the first question to Jesse, because I mentioned this. Y'all still think Mbappe to Madrid? Yes. All the latest news in regards to Kylian Mbappe has not changed my thought process on this. It's just increased how much I think he's going to Real Madrid, because he can't. I said this from the very beginning. Kylian Mbappe cannot stay at PSG and not sign a new deal. They cannot afford to let him go for free and just have him just there. You can't have arguably the best player in Europe just at your club and you let him go for free and then adding unnecessary pressure, because every press conference, every big game, every big moment is going to be about him. Like I said, if they're in the Champions League semi-final,
come on, man.
The entire what did you just say?
Sorry, I was literally reacting. He was like, he always got that mischievous smile. That I was like, come on, man, And then look at this
guy's an idiot. This guy. Yo. Oh my God, this guy, you're such an idiot. This guy's running. You know what I'm saying? Just like this guy. But I was going to say, this guy's a fool. He'll be back in a second, people. I didn't remove him, but be back in a sec. But as I was saying with Kylian Mbappe, you're adding unnecessary pressure to an already high pressure situation. Let's say hypothetically they're in the semi-final of the Champions League against Real Madrid. Let's say it's Real Madrid. You think all the conversation isn't going to be about Kylian Mbappe and is he putting in 110% effort? Is he being detrimental in the dressing room, etc., etc.? How do his teammates feel about it? And the fans on his case? You're just adding a whole nother conversation that's not needed. So I think fully he does end up still at Real Madrid. What are you saying, Jez? You good before we get everyone else's thoughts on this? What are you saying? You good, Jez?
Before you go, can you hear the fun?
Yeah, only a little bit, so it's calm. It's only a little bit.
Okay, just tell me when it's too loud. Yeah, but I'm doing good.
Calm.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, man. Calm. Noble will get to Rice as well, but Ahmed, we'll go to you. Thoughts on the whole Kylian Mbappe situation, and we will speak on Saudi as well.
Listen, man. I don't know what's going on with that one, man.
You don't know what's going on. What are you confused about?
Listen, man. This guy Kylian Mbappe. I know he keeps on twerking for Madrid. Obviously, he did decided to not go for some reason today. He decided to not go to when he had a contract available for him. Obviously, they were giving life-changing money. I understood that. Now you're getting news about 300 M's has been accepted by PSG from the Saudi League, and you could earn 777 million pounds in 1 year, and then you could go to honor free to Real Madrid the next year after. So it's like, bro, it's crazy out here, man. The streets are moving mad. Like I can't lie, man. If the Saudi League get Mbappe, bro, man, it's crazy.
Well, reports
man.
came out stating that he's not interested, which makes sense.
No,
That's what reports said. No. That Mbappe is no. The Saudi club have made the offer for PSG for him. PSG have accepted, but Mbappe himself is not looking to go Saudi Arabia. That's what That's what I did see. How true that is, I don't know. I'm not sure in regards to the source on
if
that.
If he's gonna go to Real Madrid, bro, like if Saudi clubs are offering 300 million, they're probably gonna have to now offer somewhere in the 200 million or 180 million now range. As I said to you guys previously, you're probably gonna have to match what they. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
You broke up a little bit at the end. I don't think they have to match it though.
No, they're not gonna match the 300 million. They can't do that, bro. They're gonna
have to match the 200 million. If Kylian Mbappe says, "I'm not going Saudi Arabia, I'm staying right here," what can he do?
No. But what I'm trying to say to you is, okay, you're not going to go Saudi Arabia. Okay, we know you want to go to Real Madrid, right? Okay, listen, Real Madrid, we're getting offers here for 300 million pounds. You need to pay us around about 180 million to 200 million pounds if you want.
And then they could say, "All right, we'll just cut you out in January and just get him next year."
But the thing is, even if that happens, apparently they're willing to let him sit out.
Yeah, they say that. You know what that is? That sounds good. That's what that is. They are not like they are not. I guarantee. I'll say this right now. I guarantee, and I guarantee very few things. There's no way he stays at PSG and they don't play him. Not a chance. You have Kylian Mbappe sat there and you do not. They're gonna sit him for the year. Yeah. All right. That just sounds good. That's just one of them.
But listen, man,
that sounds good. They are not sitting Kylian Mbappe.
Listen,
not especially if things start going bad, like in terms of form.
Listen, man. Listen, Mbappe. You know what I mean? Listen, man. Let's go to Real Madrid. Get him to give them a good enough fee to PSG and just move on, broski, because they're not. They want you to go. They're literally not even taking you on preseason tour. They're forcing you to stay in PSG and hang around with what's it called, Wijnaldum and them, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not looking good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I'm hearing Tottenham was interested. I'm saying, so if you want to go to the,
I did see that on Sky. It said Tottenham, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Chelsea, Manchester United,
and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, we're not interested anymore. Apparently, we've ended talks now. Yeah.
Oh, you ended talks? Yeah, that's like Jez ended his talks with Beyonce. That's what that is. This same shit. You know what I'm saying? Selena Gomez. You know what I'm saying? How am I a hater? Did you legit think you had a legit chance of signing him?
All I know is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Yeah. That's a bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The same way I'm not bullshitting. I know we don't have no chance. I'm just here hoping. I'm just a hoping.
That's why I said good news, isn't it? That's why I said good news.
Hope and prayers.
That's why I'm saying, man. I'm on the hopium. I don't care. Like they're giving me C1 sources, man. About he's not convincing shit. Bro, give me an actual source. Tell Fabrizio to tell me. Like, this is C1 sources, man. Like, trust me, G, and all that. Like, come on, like, if Fabrizio needs to tell me in my face, then Mbappe doesn't want to come Tottenham. Until then, I believe I'm on hopium. I'm on hopium.
Straight hoping. We'll go to you, though, Ryan. Your thoughts on this whole Kylian Mbappe situation?
It's mad, man. Like it's actually crazy. I think he ends up at Madrid at some point, whether it's this summer or next summer. He will end up at Madrid. There's no way he stays at PSG next season. Like I think, like there's just no way he stays there. This Saudi thing, like there might have been reports saying that he's not interested. Like. But that money that he's being offered in terms of salary, bro, like,
that's a big money.
And just for the 1 year, and then you can go on a free to Madrid next summer, like, fuck, that's just that works out.
Wait, before you continue,
for all
it was only
parties,
a year. Wait. The deal was only a year offer. Is that what they offered him? It was just 1 year.
1 year offer, bro.
Yeah, 1 year.
A year offer, so you can leave on the free day. Yes.
Yes, but you know what
the funny thing is here? Mbappe is so marketable. They'll probably make maybe the half or so back. Just because that.
You get your money back.
But it's still crazy, but yeah.
Go on, carry on, Ryan. Carry on.
But yeah, like I think if he was to take the Saudi deal for a year, it works out well for all parties. To be honest, like PSG get their unreal fee for a player with a year left on his contract. Madrid end up getting him on a free anyway, even though they'll have to wait for a year. He makes a shitload of money that sets. Well, I mean, setting New York for life. I think it's more than that, to be honest. Like, fuck me, with $500 million in a year, that's crazy, man. Like,
is that how much it worked out at?
The salary demands, yeah.
Is it $500 million a year? Fuck.
Yeah, around that.
777 million euros, bro. That's basically.
You know I can't do maths, nigga. Come on, man.
That's
this is me talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably about 600 million quid a year.
This guy, sorry to cut you off. This guy said 770,000 a week. Like I can times that by 12. And
777 million. That's a whole year.
Yeah, whatever it is in it, however much it is. You know I can't put that together. Sorry, Ryan. Go on. Carry on.
Yeah, like
this guy,
you're earning that, and
joke, man.
you just earn like over $500 million quid in 1 year, and then you get your free move at the end of it. Man. Like there might be a report saying he's not interested, bro. He'll get interested by this Saudi move. He'll strongly consider it, and he's got to take it, bro. Let's be honest. Like who the fuck will turn that down? Do you get what I mean?
I actually didn't know it was only a year off.
Yeah, it's only a year thing.
Yeah, he might do that still. You know,
he has to take that.
He might be. I hope from a selfish standpoint, don't get mistaken. And if I was him, I'm going Saudi Arabia. I don't want him to because I love watching Kylian Mbappe play ball in the Champions League. You know, but if you go, I'm not saying you're wrong for going.
But do you think?
Even Pell said it there. More than $500 million, tax free. Yeah, go on.
Like, let's say he does go to Saudi for the year, and then he goes to Madrid at the end of next season on a free. It could have a knock on it. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Madrid went back in for Kane or something now, because they can spend the money that they were going to on Mbappe on a Kane then, and because I still refuse to think that Madrid are planning to go into a new season with Joselu as their main striker. I'm sorry. I just refuse to think that in it. It just doesn't. I can't imagine it. Do you get what I mean? I can't picture it. So like, if they know they can get Mbappe on a free next summer, why don't they spend the money that they could have done on Mbappe on like a Harry Kane, get him in as their striker for the season, and then you get Mbappe, and then after that you've got a front three of Mbappe, Harry Kane, and Vinicius. That's fucking unreal. That. What? So like, I feel like this. If he was to go to Saudi, that could make sense, to be honest, and this move could have a knock-on effect on other players. You know, like you said, PSG could even want a Harry Kane as a replacement for him as well. So,
definitely potential. I didn't know. Like I said, that changes everything.
I don't think there's a chance he goes anywhere else, like a United or a
basically any other Premier League club, Real Madrid.
Basically, it's no one but the Saudi club or Madrid. Basically,
hey, we got a better chance than you, mate. So. Yeah. 100%. If it's a choice between us, I fancy our chances. You know what I'm saying?
I think I fancy our chances more. You know what I'm saying? You got a drink producer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He got too much drink for. He got too much drink for.
You got on your 1 game a week. You trying to play in Europe? You know what I'm saying? You don't want 1 game a week. The fuck? 1 game a week.
Hey man,
so we can play with Mudryk and Kunku and all that. You know what I'm saying? And Enzo and that. Nah, man, like he fits in with what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? We trying to sign a Japanese guy called Zion. You know what I'm saying? We are for the man them. 100%.
What do you mean? Listen, we're IC3FC now, man.
Yeah, you are.
Only Enzo's left now, man. Only Enzo left, man.
If I say the word I want to say, then they're gonna ban me.
Yeah, don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Don't say it, Jess. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
that's it. But yeah, I didn't know it was only a year deal. All jokes aside. But
no, yeah,
like I said.
Remember, he wanted, right? He only wanted to do this season because of the money he was about to get from the Qatari guys, from the money they're giving him. They're giving him like a crazy amount of money already. So I think he wanted to take that money for 1 more season and then just go to Real Madrid where he could get like a crazy bonus fee, like over 100 million probably that they could give him, you know what I'm saying, as a signing bonus. So listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to Mbappe, bro, just listen, go to Real Madrid. That's where you want to go. Stop twerking around, you know what I'm saying, and stop moving or stop acting like a bad bee. If you want to go to Real Madrid, just say it, bro. I don't understand. Sometimes
I think it's known. I don't think it's on him.
No. But he keeps because he keeps like when it came out that there was reports that like I think recently when they said that he wants Real Madrid and that he gave a letter to PSG, he was like it's lies, and it's like, bro, we stop saying it's lies.
I think what he's saying was lies was the letter to them. I don't think he's saying. I think everyone knows he wants to go Real Madrid. I think he's talking about that too.
I understand that, but I just think for me, just say it out loud now, man. Just make it clear where you want to go. Simplify the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's that simple though.
You don't think so?
I think it's PSG slowing it down because he's one thing he has done very much that what Harry Kane hasn't done. He's made it clear he wants to leave. He's made that perfect. I'm not signing a new deal. I want to leave. Like we know.
Would you say it's them slowing it down now though? Because they have accepted this bid.
No, I mean now.
But yeah, because they would accept that money for any one of their players if someone offered. Or is it 200 or just under
359 million pounds?
Of course they're gonna accept that, but they know he's not trying to go there. Because if this was Real Madrid, he'd be there. If Real Madrid offered 259 million, like it's a wrap, like you know what the time is. So are they slowing it down? Yes, because they're in a bad situation and they're trying to get all the money they can, which I understand. But you're gonna lose him, whether you lose him for a free, or you lose him for significantly less than what you would get if he did have 3 or 4 years left on his deal. So like I said, if I'm Real Madrid, I'm saying his 70 M's are losing for a free. It's on you. That's what I do. 100%. Right? For real, I've said this. That's exactly what I would do.
I know, but like, it's still crazy, my man. But that's all.
How's it crazy?
Yeah, but that's the situation, though.
Yeah, that's the situation. Because when you're the B side, when Manchester United in particular are the B side of negotiations, clubs let us know. Look at this Højlund thing. You know what I'm saying? They're not even. You could debate who's A side, B side, but because he's got years left on his deal, look at the price they're looking for.
Yeah.
Look at the price Atalanta are looking for. He's not worth that.
They're looking for 80 million, bro. Yeah,
he's not
86 by
the way.
86 million. We need to walk away from
that. That's about 90. That's close.
You can't walk away though. You're United, bro. Just like your base amount.
Nah, I think you'll get.
No. He's talking about how United should be walking away. Yeah. It's another thing. But I think with Højlund particularly, I think they will actually walk away because
I hope so.
Because I mean, you're buying because of potential, not actually because he putting up numbers. But at the same time, you can't be spending 86 on the guy that's got 9 goals. Like, this is why I'm like, yeah, this is even then it's a bit too much. But
what's the maximum you pay for him?
To be fair, for what United want to pay, I think that's the right price, to be honest.
Warrior J said this, and I did see this earlier. New Manchester United, new information. Manchester United will not offer more than 60 million for Atalanta striker Højlund. That's from Samuel Luckhurst. And that's right. I've said this. We need to, like, City have more money than us, and we see them walk away from deals. Be willing to walk away. He's not the only striker out there. Like, stop going for names and go and get profiles. I've said this. We should have did that shit with Mount. We should have done this with there's many other players. In particular, a player with a player who's unproven, or a player with a year left on his deal, for example. Like, stop giving all the power to selling clubs. Stop it. Because when the selling clubs do have the genuine power, look what happens. That's why Atalanta can ask for it. He's not worth 80 million. To them, he might be. He's not worth that.
Yeah, man. Shout out Chelsea, man. You know what I mean? Selling FC. You know what I'm saying?
Selling FC. Well, you lot rejected the bid for Gallagher, right?
No, we haven't. There's a need.
Have you not?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
No. Oh, sorry. We rejected an initial bid, but there's a new bid now.
Oh, there's a new bid from who? I mean, from
West Ham.
There's another bid from West Ham. Another one. What's the new bid?
42 plus 5.
Why? I can't believe you are asking for you. See, that's just
we'll continue
to get that as a bid.
Listen, we're continue on Gallagher.
You know what the difference is here? Difference is in this situation, because West Ham. This is a funny fact. Every team in the Premier League bar West Ham has made a transfer. So
really,
yes, that's an actual fact.
That's crazy.
Everybody made a transfer. So they're desperate. That is
crazy.
And they know they can get for they know that their club is getting ransom because Fulham was asking for hella money for Paulinho. I think even now, apparently Southampton's over asking money because they know that West Ham have to raise money. So for James Ward-Prowse, because they wanted him as well. But that's why I think everybody's trying to hold them for ransom. That's why I think they're just willing to pay the money for Gallagher, even though he's an average player. But they're in a weird situation right now where they got the money.
Because what clubs need to start doing when they're buying players, if they're willing to walk away, selling clubs will be like, all right, maybe we need to lower our prices. Not necessarily that in particular deal. I'm just talking in general. So say, for example, Manchester United walk away from that Højlund deal with Atalanta. If we go in next year for another one of their players, they're going to know, all right, if we ask for too much or we ask for what they don't value him at, they'll walk away. And that could potentially lower the price. Or even not a year from now. That can be 3 years from now. It could be the year 2026, and we're going in for one of their players in the summer, whoever it may be. Like you have to be with people know that with Manchester City because we've seen them walk away from multiple deals. But to me, this is just common sense. But then again, it's Manchester United Football Club. But you see others do it. Like I don't get some of the like Gallagher. How are Chelsea rejecting that? How much more money are you looking for Gallagher?
No, we rejected 37 million plus.
That's very generous.
But the reason we can do that is because we got offered 45 M's by Everton in January. So the price has already been set for him. The price is
this is the issue. This is the issue as well. Like the guy. That's why I always said in the group chat, I don't see this guy. Even if he's a Højbjerg, I don't see the Gallagher thing happening because one, we got our defense as priority, where we have to fix it in two. If you're gonna sell Højbjerg, we're gonna use that money to reinvest. So I don't think we will go anything above 35 million, which I think I think for this day, even though I don't think he's good, when I look at our homegrown players, fuck me, we got a lot of shit ones. So Gallagher is not much worse than some of these guys. If you will listen, but if no, with the price that West Ham is offering, no chance that we're buying him. I mean, the European champions can have him now.
Yeah, facts. And Tapelzi says, but they were never going to spend money on Mbappe. Because I don't think just switching lanes back to this quickly. Real Madrid haven't actually made an official offer for him, have they? And presumably they've offered in personal terms, but they've not made it.
Yeah, I think like nobody knows exactly what the terms are yet, but it's just only coming out that PSG is in their feeling. They already feel like he already has a contract agreed, but nobody else knows about it yet. This is PSG's feeling.
Oh, that's fair. And Warrior J says conflicting reports. Chelsea apparently rejected the Gallagher offer, 37 million plus add-on. Says that's from a Jacob Steinberg, and then he goes on to say the same. West Ham have bid. Well, goes on to say this. Sorry, West Ham have bid 42 million plus 5 million in add-ons for Conor Gallagher. Reports at Gary Jacob for at Times Sport. It's criminal. How
listen, man?
Criminal.
Chelsea FC, man. You know
all these crap Chelsea players. This is
man. I want to first of all, man. I want to thank
You want to go on. You want to thank God. You know what I'm saying?
No. Let's not thank. Listen, we get there.
I want to thank Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
No, I want to really thank Cobham. You know what I mean? You know they're bringing out these top talents apparently.
But to buy another kids.
Yeah, to buy.
Another kids side, I'll say that. My kids, no, actually, the first team was just kids.
Yeah, man, that's kids. But listen, man, they're doing the Lord's work. You know, we're just selling people for crazy amounts of money. Gallagher for 47 million, bro, is crazy. I'm going to be honest, but we have to take that deal, man. We have to just accept it, bro. Chelsea accept it. But then, for me, if Conor Gallagher leaves, that means to me we are definitely getting 2 midfielders now, not 1. Because if he leaves, we have to get another one. And listen, but there's been obviously there's been rumors of I don't know who he's gonna be, who the second guy's gonna be, but you know we're gonna find out soon. You know we're gonna find out soon, and it's also been reported now that Chalobah is a sellable asset now. So that must mean the club are looking at a centre back to bring into the club now. RCB.
I will be quiet. Fits person. I'll be quiet.
So mad.
I can't, man. Listen, we don't.
Look at this guy, man. This guy shit.
Like that.
The amount of times Lewis, big up Lewis in the chat.
Big up the
The amount of times he calls it bubble blowing bastard.
Big up the arms. Big up the arms.
That being said, Gallagher, I think he'll do all right at West Ham because
I saw someone today. I want to get your take for us quickly. Yeah, I saw someone say today that Gallagher is the next James Ward-Prowse. What are you thinking on that one?
No, he's not.
They're not even some of the players.
Yeah, like at least
at
least James Ward-Prowse excels at set pieces. Like what does Gallagher would just run around, close down, and all that type of stuff. Because that's why he's a try hard. And that's what
gonna give it to you. I'll say
hey, Shikar, just quickly. Shikar, bro. His name is Lawrence Stewart. You know what I mean? His name is Lawrence Stewart, Shikar. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Stewart. If you want him, you know what I mean, you're not gonna be able to get him now. You can hold that, fam.
I believe Chelsea are managed. Everyone just bought Chelsea's crap, you know. We should have just
left him. Also for us though, so we survived. We survived
bro. The amount of deadwood we've sold, man. You gotta give it to them, bro. But now it's time to do some signings now because we need signings, bro.
Yeah, you definitely. Actually, that being said, we'll stick with Chelsea. Caicedo, what's going on there? Has there been a bump in the road? Let me know.
It's been a big bump in the road to one.
Go on. What's the huge bump, man? You have to swerve off the
road. Apparently, they've been speaking.
Go on.
Listen, that's not good.
You don't like it. Ain't no fun when
the rabbits start
engineering. You like Watson Liverpool when Chelsea is.
I listen to civil engineering. I took civil engineering. You know what I'm saying?
Go on.
Honestly, so what's going on with the Caicedo situation is that apparently we've been speaking for weeks. We're getting kind of frustrated because they keep on asking for Levi Cole, and we keep on telling him he's not for sale. He's not for sale for some reason, and they keep on coming back like a twat. Like it's like telling a numpty he's not for sale.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not for sale, and then after that, they've apparently not even given us a value for how much they want Caicedo for. They're not giving us a value.
They're doing that. They're not even saying, "Wow, we want X." That's
they're literally saying that. So, and apparently now his agent is planning to get involved now because, I think this is what Brian are trying to do. They're trying to play the long game essentially, where they want to sell him as late as possible, essentially, to try to drive up his price, essentially, if you know what I mean, for this. So, but Chelsea, man, they need to either just stick up the money that they believe that they want for the player. And they need also Caicedo now to start acting up because otherwise, bro, Brighton are literally just trying to take the piss, if you know what I mean. Just trying to take the piss. And honestly, in my opinion, Ben, after
they're not taking the piss technically.
No, they're taking.
I think they're taking liberties when you don't give a value. Either say the player is not for sale or this is the value. That is liberties. That is kind of liberties.
Yeah. What I would say to that, Jez.
To be fair, to Chelsea,
everyone knows they want 100 though.
No, what I would say to you, what Jesse said, I understand what he means. Obviously, they're the selling club. They don't need to necessarily sell Caicedo, right? And they don't need to give a value. I understand. He's the one that signed the contract to them, so I understand that point of view. But when I say that Brian are taking the piss, I mean from a Chelsea standpoint, they're not obviously even giving us a value to even deal to negotiate with or to even deal with them for, right? So at the end of the day, when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, bro, you need to either try to get this done as soon as possible,
or just walk away,
or just walk away. Exactly. And I said this in my video that I did today. Literally, I was like, listen, either stump up the money that you think that they want from me, which is rumored to be 100 million by some people, or move on. You need to get 2 midfielders at the end of the day now. Well, it's less than 3 weeks now until we face Liverpool at Stamford Bridge at home. You need to be making sure we have.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so we need to start bringing in midfielders. Obviously, we're already attacking the attacking market, trying to bring in either Ulisse, and maybe it's looking like maybe both Ulisse and Kudus might be coming to the club now. But the way things are looking, if Gallagher leaves for me, I think Kudus might be coming to the football club, bro. Kudus and Ulisse, so.
Can I ask though? My question is though, like the Kudus and Ulisse thing is, I kind of get the point of trying to. No, that's good point. Not even that, because where's the correlation that when Conor Gallagher is getting sold, then both of Ulisse and Kudus come in, because then Kudus in this Poch system particularly, he's not 8 in this particular system. He is just a 10 then, and Conor Gallagher plays more of like an 8 or 6 maybe at times. So it's like you still need another 2 midfielders, in my opinion, than in the pivot.
I don't know. Do you know? I was thinking for a while. This Vega stuff still hasn't been spoken about. But the thing, even for me, is I don't know if he can play. Do you think Vega is going to play the Enzo role then?
No, because they're not even
attacking midfielder.
Like, see, the thing is,
I was thinking. No,
he ain't even that good either, I think. But
no. Yeah, I've watched them.
Because my thing is just that I just think of the construction and the way you're trying to buy players to fit them into this thing. And I also got to consider as well, if these guys, I know they are in to compete, but the issue is you don't really have even somebody in these positions who's already established and trying to compete. Like, I would understand certain players in there if they establish. Like, for example, I don't think Kudus is as good as people think if he comes as it's just as a substitute only. I think he's somebody that thrives from being a starter. Certain players don't have the thing where they're coming off the bench and yes, they can make an effect, but I think they play a lot better when they start games off. So it's a bit weird how Chelsea trying to buy certain players and just hope that they can all compete against each other. Yeah. When you consider as well, like the main objective should be coming back into the top 4 and then be an established top 4 at first. But it looks like you're trying to do a whole. You're doing pretty much what City can do right now if they wanted to, which is having already like at least 12, 15 players who can start at any time, but give also some youngsters time as well. But you're doing literally the opposite way, like Scott said in the group chat the other day, which is a bit weird to me personally. Not that I don't really care, because I did see people complain about how Chelsea buy youngsters and shit. I don't really care. Like, that's Chelsea's thing. If they want to do that, that's fair as in the life. If they want to buy every single wonder kid on FM, so be it. But like I said, it's just from when I'm looking from a football perspective, I feel like a lot of these guys are not going to make it. That people say like hopes, like guys like Caicedo, Kane, fucking this Anthony kid is not going to make it at this point.
All them guys, C1's hyping up. All them guys.
I can't lie to you, man. Angelo, but everyone knew.
Moreira.
Everyone was hyping up. Everyone was hyping up Angelo, but we all knew he was going to Strasbourg. That's been confirmed.
No, there's a Moreira. Like you see all these kids there, all these kids.
Moreira going to Strasbourg again. Like
all these kids, they're all getting sold, bro. In 2 years, they're getting sold. And
Caicedo going out on loan, literally to Leicester.
And that's my point. Like, see, Santos, he's gonna stay because they're not actually trying to loan him. The guys who are not planned to go on loan, I believe they actually have a future.
Yeah, literally.
Some of these guys who are going on loan, in 2 years' time, they're playing somewhere in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
That could happen. Before we continue, go on.
I literally, obviously, I know the Elise thing has already bidded some form of money for him already. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to be the right wing, like competition for Madueke, and we needed some level of Premier League experience anyway. Because let's be honest, Madueke hasn't got that much Premier League PL experience. Olise has that. Obviously, he's coming back from his hamstring injury. Hopefully, when he's back, he can start competing with him anyway. And we know what Madueke is like, sadly. Madueke's still got that muscle issue. He's not been fit for the first 2 games of preseason. So it's going to be interesting to see on that front. If Kudus does come, I would assume he's playing the cam role then behind Nkuku, and maybe or he's going to be the striker. No. Nkuku, no, he's going to be the backup to Nkuku, or he's going to be playing alongside the right wing.
I would say Kudus Kame play on the right. I'll be honest with you. But then you've got Elise as well.
He should be playing on the right. He should be
playing on the right. Yeah. Then I don't know, man. If you are bringing both Kudus and Elise, then it means one of them's going to play the 10, one of them's going to be the right wing. So we will see what happens there.
What about Cherky?
That's not going to happen. If they want to get Elise and Kudus, or if they just get one of them, the Cherky thing is not happening. Like, but D doesn't have a spot in the team at all.
Yeah. So and then obviously you got Nicholas Jackson. He's a striker, and then you have Thingy and Nkuku as a 10, and particularly in Nicholas Jackson, he's been playing really brightly anyway. And the striker.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you lot been hyping. Lewis was hyping him up yesterday on Shameless from preseason games. It's crazy. So yeah, we will see.
You listen, man. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man.
Don't do what? Me or Jess?
I've been out from preseason. Don't do that, man.
Wait. Hold up. Let's not I don't dare. You
laughing. Massively overhyping.
Let's not. No, it's not. I didn't even say overhyping. I just said he's getting hyped from preseason. Has he played a
competitive which is overhyping in my
Is he getting? Yeah, that's a fair point. Has he played a competitive match for Chelsea Football Club?
Not yet. No.
Okay, so what we're talking about and what Chelsea fans and yourself grinning from ear to ear are talking about is preseason matches. That's all I stated. Why do people get onto me just for saying the truth?
I don't like the truth, man.
Why? You know what I'm saying? People get on to me. I do that. This happens, whether it's here, whether it's on other channels. I'll just say a factual statement. And people be like, oh, you're taking liberties. He's getting hyped up for preseason games. That's all I said. I never said he's terrible. I never said he's awful. I never said he's not going to get goals. People are. I don't watch Manchester United preseason games. So I'm definitely not watching Chelsea's. But what I will be watching is Chelsea versus Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? In the opening day. Well, not the opening day, but opening weekend from the Premier League people, which is it a Saturday game 5:30?
I think it's Sunday, isn't it?
Is it Sunday? What is it, 4:30?
I don't even know. I think it's a Sunday game.
How you man don't know?
Sunday.
Man, Liverpool and
Sunday.
Don't know.
It's Sunday 4:30. It is Sunday.
Okay, and there will be a watch along for that on the Twitch, people. Don't you worry about that. There will be a watch along for that. That being said, there's over 75 of you lot in the building. Only at 30 likes though. Like check 1212. Let's bump that up. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. Hit that like button. Continue to share this across the socials. Open up some new tabs. Let's get over 100 people in here. And on top of those 2 things, hit that subscribe button as well, man. Let's hit this next subscriber milestone. We're currently at 7,000. I think it's believe. I'm just refreshing now. 282. I'm right. We're looking for 3 more subscribers, people. 3 more subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to Ahmed's channel as well. I'm going to add the link to the title in a second, people. Shikar, we will be there too. Love to see all of you lot over on the Twitch for all the Premier League watch-alongs, non-Manchester United. That will be indeed going on, people. So don't worry about that. Like, we're going to provide you with so much content over the season. And obviously doing the most, we'll revert back to the Premier League show that it was. Well, that it is during the season, but we just changed it, obviously, because there was no Premier League football as well. and Warrior J. Did I get to this one? Hold up.
Yeah, apparently,
Yeah.
right
This
now,
one.
I'm
It was this.
seeing.
No, it wasn't this. It was this. Brighton are prepared to let negotiations drag until the end of the window and test Chelsea's determination to keep Colwell. Chelsea hope they don't have to look at alternatives to Caicedo, and that's from Jacob Steinberg.
Problem is now with Colwell is that if Chelsea sell him, they have to go and get a replacement as well because they're short on centre backs now because of Fofana's injury. So I think the Fofana injury just hammered any chance that either Brighton or Liverpool had of getting Colwell, to be honest. So I don't see Colwell leaving Chelsea. And with the Caicedo thing, I think he will go to Chelsea eventually this summer. Like I do think it'll get done. I don't think it gets done for the 100. Like I feel like it'll get kind of too. I think Chelsea will persist in trying to get him, and I also don't think Brighton will really want to. Deep down, will really want to keep an unhappy player like that. Do you get what I mean? For a full season when they can easily get like 80, 90 million and cash in. Like I just think they're trying to get as much money as they can from Chelsea, and are just being difficult. We all know what Brighton are like, Tony Bloom, etc. Like I think they'll come to a compromise and it will get done eventually. So
that's fair. And speaking actually, Ryan, we'll stay with you. Speaking of that, Paul Tierney here was put. Obviously, you'll know more information on this on me. Fabinho deal to fall through as his Bulldogs are not allowed in the country apparently. So what is actually going on with the Fabinho deal? Like, what is the latest reports?
There was rumors yesterday, well, the Sunday, the Sunday. So that because of this Fabinho thing, it's all agreed between the two clubs. He wants to go to Saudi, etc. It was just a matter of when it's actually going to be officially signed. But then people were wondering why is it not actually being signed yet? And then I think it came out on Twitter that he's obviously got two French Bulldogs. He's had them for years. He had them before I think he even came to Liverpool. And Bulldogs aren't allowed in Saudi. They're not allowed in Saudi under any circumstances. Or people like, oh, this could be a problem, etc. But then you've got reports as well coming out that that's actually not the problem. And the problem was these little minor details of funds that got sorted out because the Al Ittihad president was in London on the weekend. He flew into London and for the Fabinho thing apparently to try and close the deal or something. So I'm not sure if it is to do with the dog thing or not. I don't think if it is, I don't think it collapses regardless. I just can't picture a 40 million.
I don't think dogs are allowed in Saudi Arabia. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed, but I feel like
that's on him. That's on him.
No,
I'm leaving anybody or anything behind for that amount of money. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. But
that's
what
just
I'm
me,
saying is that what I'm saying is that I just can't imagine a £40 million deal collapsing because of two dogs in it. I just can't imagine that in it. Like, so
I do agree with you. It does sound silly.
It's not gonna fall through. Like, there's no hint that is actually going to fall through or it's close to falling through. Like, it's just a little minor thing, like a little thing that needs to be sorted out. If it's true, I know Bulldogs aren't allowed in, but I don't even know if that's actually the thing that's holding it back from actually being completed at the moment. No one really knows. But I don't think it falls through regardless, to be honest. I think it's a matter of time before it actually is official. So I ain't worried about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like if that is the case, if it is the case and it is indeed true, hey, Fabinho, that's on you. For that amount of money, I'm leaving behind family members for that. What are we talking about?
Thing is, no one knows what the money.
Imagine they turned around and said to me,
himself, so
I just know I'm guessing it's big amounts.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing it's enough. A lot. Yeah,
I'm guessing it's. I'd leave. Imagine they was like, oh, you can't bring your mum with you. All right, mum, I'll catch you in a bit, big man. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that it's just a couple Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you love your dogs. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's had him for a long time, but
even if the deal does fall through for some reason, I don't exactly think Klopp welcomes him back with open arms. Do you get what I mean?
Why don't you think he opens this? That's good. That's an interesting point, I should say. Why don't you think he opens him? He lets him back with open arms.
Because he wants to leave. Because he made his wish clear that he wants to leave at the end of the day. He didn't go on the tour. Well, they left him out of the tour because of the deal, etc. He wants to leave, and Klopp, like we all know, once a player decides he wants to leave and he, tells Klopp he wants to leave, that I don't think there's really any coming back for them. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, and let's be real, if it does collapse because of this dog thing, it's not collapsed because Fabinho's had a change of heart and it's because of his loyalty to Liverpool or anything. It's because of his love for his two dogs at the end of the day if he stayed at Liverpool. So I don't think Klopp exactly welcomes him back with open arms. I've heard that Bayern are interested in him as well if in case the deal collapses.
Really?
Yeah, I heard Bayern are
it was reported because they're looking for a DM, that's why.
Yeah.
So either way, even if Fabinho somehow stayed, like I don't think he like comes back into the team like regularly or anything. Like I think Liverpool get a DM regardless in it. So, but he's gonna leave. Like it's just a matter of time before it happens.
Oh yeah, because you're one of the Liverpool fans. It wasn't you. It was Rami I was talking to that one that was like willing to allow him to stay because
there's a lot of them.
Because
there's a lot of fans that want him to stay
because of his experience. Yeah, go on, talk about it.
State of it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just don't. I just want him gone in it. Like he was that bad last season where I'm like, there's like no coming back for you in it. Like even if you put no matter which players you put around him, put legs around him, playing in whatever formation, 1 game a week, he'll never reach the level that is good enough anymore. Do you get what I mean? Like he was that bad in it.
But no, I hear you. I don't get Liverpool fans wanting to keep him. That makes sense.
I just don't get how people. It's like, do people realize how bad this guy was last season? Like it was horrible. Like it was actually putrid. Like genuinely watching this guy. I remember when Kvaratskhelia did him 3 times in like 5 seconds.
Is that the 4-1 game?
Like, yeah, he did him 3 times in like 5 seconds. Honestly, I just don't. Like honestly, I don't get how people are still want this guy to stay. It's crazy, man. And I'm like really cool with a lot of these people who want him to stay, but I just don't get it in it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Why people would want him to stay, knowing
why not, man?
Would you read the same way you don't want Gallagher to stay at Chelsea? It's the same type of thing.
I don't think he wouldn't mind if Gallagher stays. To be fair, like,
I forgot. Yeah, you was a Gallagher. I forgot you was a Gallagher star.
Yeah, you're a Gallagher guy.
I forgot you was a Gallagher guy. You really was a Gallagher guy, yo.
Gallagher FC, bro.
This guy was a Gallagher guy. That is crazy. You was a Gallagher guy. You liked Havertz. Jesus Christ, yo. Man, I have the Havertz shirt.
You're talented,
man. Ahmed. Moving on. Manchester United have Amrabat in their list as reported in June. No new deals on. Big up Big Six Bants as well. Shout out to Monts for the raid. Large up everyone that's just tapped in. Man,
big up.
Amrabat in their list as reported in June. No new deals on being closed. No official bid sent yet as deal will not be closed this week. That's from Fabrizio Romano. Hey, that's just giving me my talking point for tomorrow on Man United though. Yeah, McCall, big up to you. Says Flawless. I'm taking Ferguson from Brighton for a good price. You keep saying this. I just need more. The sample size is not big enough.
Yeah,
I think he's had what? Is it like half a season?
It's only half a season.
Yeah, it's like half a season. But I actually really like him.
I just need to see more.
The profile is good, but he only played like half of a season.
Didn't he have some injury problems as well? I think in that.
At the end.
I need to see more than how. And he's 18, is it? 19.
I think he's 18.
I think he's 18. Maybe he's 19 now, but
maybe he's turned 19.
He turned 19. I need to see more than half a season from a 19-year-old. Again, people are not saying he's not good, and especially look at how Brighton are dealing with Chelsea. How much are they going to ask for Ferguson? Right, 19-year-old pay half his age. Yeah, they're asking which is that. Go spend that 70 elsewhere. Right, go say, hey, PSG, it's this 70 for Mbappe. That's where you put that. That's what you do.
Can I say so? I forgot to say something else about Fabinho. You know, yours, man. I think I heard, shout out Ram, but I think, and he's not the only one. I think I heard some of them say, okay, he might not be good enough to start games for us, but as a squad player, he's worth keeping. I'm like, this guy wasn't even good as a squad player, bro. There was a time last season, people don't remember this, around January, February time, when Bajkatic actually played like a few games as DM. Like he started a few games as DM and Fabinho was on the bench. Fabinho would come on for like the last 20 minutes and would stink it out, bro. I remember that Brighton FA Cup game. Bajkatic started, we were 1-1, we weren't even playing badly or anything like that. He was playing okay. Fabinho comes on with like, I don't know, over 10 minutes to go. Puts in one of the worst cameo performances I've ever seen from any midfielder in my whole life. He should have got sent off as well. Remember he did this tackle on Ferguson, innit? And he didn't get sent off, and he knew he should have been sent off.
Oh, no, I remember the tackle. It was,
do you remember?
It was over the ball. Yeah, I do remember the tackle. Yeah,
honestly, he came on that game and put in like that performance was so stinky, bro. And I'm like, the guy showed in that period of games that he's not even good as a squad player anymore. Let's be real. So I don't get how this guy can play any role for us, any effective role for us anymore, bro. I think it's just people are just too attached to him. Do you get what I mean? Too much sentiment.
Understand what you're saying? Too much sentiment.
I'll say it like this: if his name was Jordan Henderson, and he'd put in that season, we'd be asking for him to leave, and those same fans would be asking for him to leave. I'm just saying, innit?
Fair point. I think, like you said, it's sentiment, and also people act like, I don't know why people fight for squad players. Squad players are replaceable. That's why.
Especially when you get 40 mil for that squad player. What the fuck?
Yeah, facts. Man? Facts. Look at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying, with Gallagher getting 40 million for one of their starters. You know what I'm saying?
40 mil for a guy who plays like a 60-year-old. Like, come on, bro. Like, you ain't rejecting that. And Liverpool didn't even like reject it or anything. Like, they just went into a few talks and stuff.
By the way, what's it called? There, what's his name? Nisa Kinsella. He tweeted like 60 minutes ago that West Ham bid. He said West Ham bid rejected. They might walk away.
For who? Gallagher.
Gallagher, yeah.
He's reliable for Chelsea.
Wait, the new bid or the old bid? The first bid or the second bid?
This is the thing. This is what he tweeted from the Chelsea have rejected a 40 million bid from West Ham for Conor Gallagher. That was like an hour ago, that tweet, and he just tweeted 60 minutes ago that West Ham bid rejected. They might walk away. I don't know if there's the second bid that they.
But I don't think is it even clear that 2 bids have been put in. I think people may have just the thing.
I think that's the right
what
now
the actual bid was.
This is the thing that this is what I think people are trying to understand. I think this is what people are trying to understand right now in what the situation is on that. That's why I say Chelsea would just have to drop their price because, like I said, if West Ham is walking away, we're not trying to pay that money. Because we're not gonna overspend for like a midfielder that price. Because let's be honest, we need the centre back. The manager has already mentioned how he's frustrated how the centre back search has gone. So we are definitely not focusing on the midfielder at any moment right now. Davinson Sanchez is getting sold right now as well.
You moving on Davinson Sanchez to who?
Right now it says that we accepted the bid from Sparta Moscow.
Okay.
So
they're allowed to spend money.
Huh?
They're allowed to spend money because obviously.
Why? What happened with Spartak Moscow?
They're in Moscow, Russia. So
I'm fully aware that Moscow is in Russia. Yeah.
But the Ukraine situation, that's why I thought they were.
Yeah, but it shouldn't affect transfers though.
Yeah, to my
knowledge. Because we couldn't get the Zakarian kid from them.
Yeah,
I don't know what exactly is going on. All I know is this: it was a good source that said that agree was a feeling. It was just more on the player side now that he has to. And Davinson Sanchez has said he wants to leave the football club this season. So all the clubs, I know that Galatasaray, PSV, the obviously Sparta Moscow came in. So again, like he's gonna leave in it. So we're definitely focusing on the centre backs first. Like we're trying to get two more in. We're trying to get 2 in. So this Conor Gallagher thing is, I don't see us making it happen. So unless Chelsea actually drop the price, and this is another thing as well. We have to first have to sell Højbjerg, which I think is not going to happen anytime soon. Right now, it's getting closer, but I think there's other things we're focusing right now. So, maybe Chelsea's getting for the first time actually might push back on their players, and they should just, you know what.
Yeah, because as much as they're selling well, Ahmed was right when he stated that they need to buy players because the season's closing in. Like I was just looking at the calendar because I was just thinking, obviously, when I mentioned the watch along and just like doing the schedule for August, and I'm like, wow, the season's really around the corner. Like it's really that not far away. 11th of August is City Burnley, the opening game, right?
Yeah,
I'm looking here on the Friday. Yeah, because I'm looking here because obviously the 7th is the starting week, and Jesus. Yeah, we closing in. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a great season. I'm saying, looking forward to it, Ahmed. Are you panicking? Huh?
Listen, man. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I got my joy back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got my joy back. Right,
oh yeah, you got your mojo back. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, man.
Currently, as it stands, the pivot for Chelsea is Enzo and who?
Gallagher.
Santos.
Santos.
Is it not Gallagher? We're not putting Gallagher in there.
Bro, Gallagher is on his way to getting sold, big man.
Yeah, just because he's on his way to
I don't
getting
know
sold,
about
he's
that,
getting
but
sold. He's still
okay.
currently at Chelsea football. He's
He
at
wouldn't even be
Chelsea
in the.
football
He
club.
wouldn't literally be in the pivot. He's literally been starting Santos and Gallagher, because Enzo's not been playing because Enzo's not fully fit yet.
Yeah,
once Enzo becomes fully fit, it's going to be literally Santos and Enzo right now.
Okay.
I'll be sure.
And big up Hem for the super chat, much appreciated. He just said big up everyone. Hem, if you got a question that you want to add to, because you just said big up everyone,
Big up.
let me know and I'll get to it. Of course, if anybody super chats as well, we'll get straight to your comment, question, and answer it. So love anyway, Hem, much appreciated. Let's bump up the likes though. Over 140 of you lot in the building. We're only at 44 likes, people. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 70 likes. Hit that like button. Whether you came over from the raid from Big Six Man to whether you was here already, let's hit that like button, please. Let's share this across all the socials, and on top of those things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Make sure you subscribe. And to Francis, who says Gallagher is not a pivot player, what is he then? He's a 6/8. That's where he plays.
Apparently, the club just been confirmed right now by the Athletic. The club rejected a 40 million bid for Gallagher.
Oh, so they just rejected the second one.
No, it seems the first one was 40 million.
I don't even think there is a second one.
Oh, is it not? I thought the first one was like
I think they just got. I think
37 plus add-on. So I think that's the total package. Must have been.
I think journalists just got the numbers. Some of the numbers confused with the bid. Yeah. I think it's just one bid from the sounds of it.
Yeah, it seems like it's 40 million they bid, and apparently West Ham, they say that they might leave. You know, when a club says they might leave, usually means they're willing to negotiate. And I'll say so. Probably Chelsea. The Chelsea are probably gonna say like, listen, 5 million more, and then essentially.
They need to get you off. They need to don't go for Gallagher and come get Scott McTominay off us.
I think so. I think
made a verbal.
You know what I'm thinking? I think they want both.
They want both of them.
I think they want both. I think they want both.
I think the club are probably gonna get 45 million for him. Trust me.
Hey, that's Scott and Connor pivot, man. They need to.
By the way,
I actually think McTominay is slightly better.
I mean, it's mid versus mid, but I mean, if you want
to, it's trash versus garbage. I know, innit? But like, bro, McTominay's put away a few bangers for Scotland. You know, like genuinely.
He's a half. You know why? Because he's a half decent centre back. You play him in the back three, he can do that. He's a half decent centre back.
I think he plays further forward for Scotland now.
No,
I think as of late he's playing back. I think as of late he's been playing in midfield again.
Oh, has he been back in the midfield? I know he's played for them.
He's put in quite a few goals, you know, recently.
Hey, man, let's get him gone. Let's get him gone, man.
But yeah,
he's actually a good finisher.
I mean, him and Conor Gallagher in West Ham's midfield, I think they get relegated personally. Then
you know why they won't get relegated? Because it fits what David Moyes is trying to do.
I know it fits what they're trying to do, but even though like it's
one great thing football,
for me, it's like it fits what you're trying to do, but at the same time, are they good enough to get the results though? That's the difference, I think.
So because it's one of those is just have them two in there. There'll be someone else run around, get a few goals, and one thing that them two will make them is defensively solid. Because they're going to be defensive, not just those two, but West Ham are going to sit back. Yeah, they're going to sit back and defend anyway. So you're going to have it's going to be a flat four.
Relax.
Yeah, and then that's what it is. So I could see why there are two Moyes players. Come on, Moisey.
You're happy, mate. It's like I remember the dark days when we were being linked with Gallagher and Mount in it, and those days were dark.
Yeah, how the hell are you trying to violate this? He's not violating. He's right.
We got out. I was getting ridiculed on Shameless. I remember them getting called Liverpool Labradors, cardio cousins. I remember that. I remember those streams. Lewis calling the Liverpool Labradors. I can't lie. I thought we were getting Mount in it. I never thought we were getting Gallagher, even though the links were like, what the fuck are you even being linked with him in the first place? But like, I thought we were getting Mount at one point in it, so I was shitting myself. But like, bro, we got out of both of them. I'm happy, man. Those days were tough, bro.
Liverpool Labradors is funny.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, I'll be real, guys. Yeah, listen. Go on. Gallagher sold, inshallah, soon enough. I think they'll probably agree a fee tomorrow or tomorrow after. He's packing his bags up. He's gone. I'll be real, man. It's sensational.
Yo, wait till Gallagher's starting against us on opening day.
He's not going to be starting against you guys. I'm pretty sure.
This is what they all say. This is what they all say until we still opening day. Chelsea are still negotiating a deal for Caicedo.
Which could happen. I could see that happening. I think we get him.
I can agree that I can see that happening, but I think what will more than likely happen if they see the Caicedo deal is like lagging along too much, they will start bringing in the secondary midfield they want to bring in first.
Who's the secondary option?
It's not been revealed yet. Apparently, they have their alternative.
I'll be honest. I think it's going to be some Fugazi option because I think Ugarte was the secondary option. I'll be honest.
We'll see. Whoever it is, we'll find out. And we also the club is already. I think the next year we're going to experiment with Santos and Enzo as the pivot, because I think the club will highly respect Santos as a holding pivot alongside Enzo, and that will probably be what starts. I think Gallagher again. He's probably going to be someone, I think, especially in the pot system, that would be coming off the bench to do a job, if you know what I mean. And particularly, like, if you watch the game, like against Brighton, for example, all the other players how are technically sound. When they were trying to break the press of Brighton, for example, literally he was taking 4 touches or 5 touches, literally, before he even made the pass to the ball. And by that time, there were 3 Brighton players on him, and we couldn't break the press. So if you're even coming from that school of thought, Gallagher is not possible. It's not possible for Gallagher to even start for the team.
Well, that's not. I hear what you're saying. Hem says the transition style against Arsenal was lit for me. Counter pressing and fast attacks. What does the panel think? I didn't watch the game, Hem, so I can't comment. But I did expect us Manchester United to play this type of way, and I have no issue with it. Like, we are going to be counter pressing. We are going to be just pressing in general. It is going to be fast. It's going to be direct and with a purpose to football. All for it. Let's go. Just go get the correct personnel for it. Like someone said to me in the chat and was like, "Oh, Mount only had 19 touches." I keep saying it's good. The fact that Mount only had 19 touches is a good. I don't want him on the ball. Utilize all his off the ball attributes. 19 touches might be a little too much, to be honest. We don't need him on the ball. Decoy running. I'm saying running into space, closing down, pressing. That's what he's good at. That's what Mason Mount excel. All that off the balls, that is you. And then give the ball to the players who can play and create and keep the ball moving and score goals, etc., etc. So I'm all with it. So yeah, I don't really have an issue with the style. I don't know which one of you might want to answer this.
Yeah, I didn't see the game in it, but like, it reminded me of something. I think I saw someone the other day criticize us by saying Klopp's buying midfielders that don't exactly suit his style. Do you get with like a McAllister, for example? I think Szoboszlai does, isn't it? But like a McAllister, for example, he's not this like amazing, off the ball kind of play. Like how Henderson or Mount was, etc. But I'm like, first of all, if he's evolving with it, then I don't think that's a bad thing at the end of the day. But also, a player can be good on the ball and off the ball as well. Like, why can't we have both? Why does it have to...
don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing Mandem United, and people in the chat was like, "Why are you criticizing Mount?" What did they say? Finding players at the top level who work hard and run people down. And I said, we're praising a professional athlete for running. Is this where we're at? It's like praising someone who's a professional podcaster for talking. Is this what we're doing? Forget whether they're funny. Forget whether they're interesting. Forget whether they can form a sentence. Like, no, just talking. Like, we know these, like, again, that's why I say get both. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot who said it. Like, someone said, "Oh, McAllister, like, he doesn't suit Klopp's style. He doesn't suit what Klopp wants." I was like, and I get what they meant in terms of the off the ball. It's not, but like, I was like, why can't we have a player who's good on the ball and off the ball as well? Like, McAllister's very good on the ball, but like, he's not bad off the ball. Like, if you watched it for Brighton, he's actually good off the ball. But because he's actually good on the ball as well, and his best attribute isn't off the ball, people automatically assume that, oh, he's not a Klopp player. Like, we can have players who are good at both, at the end of the day. McAllister's good on the ball and off the ball. So Szoboszlai, same, good on the ball. And he's actually like, I think he's a good athlete as well off the ball. He's a very good athlete at the end of the day. So like, just because they're also good on the ball doesn't exactly mean that they are very good options for us. It's just that unlike when we had the likes of Henderson and stuff in the past, these guys are actually good on the ball and off the ball. Like, they are very good fits for us, in my opinion. Like, so.
I fully hear what you're saying, but yeah, it's too much of a crime to want both, because people are like, "Oh, you don't like players off the ball?" No, I want both. Bring me footballers who are good on the ball and off the. Why do I have to choose? And people are like, "Oh, you just like pace and power." Why can't I get a player who's technically good and also has pace and power? Why are these things so difficult to find? Oh, them players are few and far between. Hey, sure, you know what I'm saying, but yeah. Are these things so few and far? But they're so tough. How come all these other teams manage to find these players? Then there's players out there. I say it all the time. There's hundreds and thousands of players playing across the globe. Like, go and locate players who do what you need to be done. Like, what's required by the manager and required by the team to be successful. Yo, Jez, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Jez.
here.
Yeah. We'll go to you as well because we haven't spoken on anything Spurs, anything new Spurs related actually.
I mean, it's the same old stuff, to be honest. Like, obviously, the new stuff was Davinson Sanchez getting a deal agreed. Højbjerg getting his personal terms agreed with Atletico Madrid is very close as well. So outgoings are happening. Obviously, Luis he's still trying to find a new club. So that's on the thing. Obviously, Fabinho came out with the update that we still remain in talks with Tapsoba. Keyword remain in talks. Yeah, and just obviously just the usual Kane stuff as every day, you know.
Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah,
You reckon
Harry Kane
United
used to
could
be
get Kane?
I don't know. I'll be honest.
This season or are you
This
talking about
summer,
next
this
year?
summer.
Probably not.
I'll be
I
honest.
think he still goes Bayern, to be honest.
I'll be honest.
You think he ends up at Bayern?
Yeah.
He's getting sold this summer.
Jez, where do you think he ends up then?
I'll be honest, I don't know and I don't really care. As long as he leaves.
I know you want him to go, but let's say that you had a pound to put on it. What club would you say he's going to? Ryan saying Bayern, you're saying PSG. Ahmed, what are you saying? What are you saying? Where does he end up? Mr. Harold Kane? This summer?
This guy wants to say Chelsea so badly.
Bayern, really, no way. Bayern, no, I'm never say Chelsea. No, he's not coming to Chelsea, man. We don't want him, man. I'm afraid. Like, I don't think the club wants him. Obviously, of course, you would want Harry Kane, but the right situation, we don't want him because he's definitely going to come for our club. He's obviously got Tottenham allegiances, and then like Bayern are apparently going to offer some.
Fuck the Tottenham allegiances, bro.
I think Brian. I actually think.
Tottenham.
No, but that's you got to blame him, bro. If he doesn't want to,
this is a world-class striker you talk about. You say Chelsea wouldn't want him because of his Tottenham allegiances.
No, I said he wouldn't want to come.
Desperately need.
Ryan, did you just listen to me correctly? I said he wouldn't want to come to us because of his Tottenham allegiances.
Yeah, he's sure about that. I think so too. Yeah, I mean, money talks, and when the project, money talks, and if the project is fine, then obviously I think he would consider it. But in the same time, I look at him from the perspective of, if he was really that desperate, he would have long time even asked for a transfer. Like Modric did it, Walker did it, Bell did it. He's the only one who didn't really do it. Because you know what? I think he cares about his reputation a lot. I think his reputation is like, I'm not this guy who is put in too much trouble if I don't get my transfer and stuff like that. That's why I said if he ends up this season staying, he wouldn't be angry about it.
Just quickly, I just want to continue on quickly on the point about why I think Harry Kane will go. I think the news that I heard about a possible buyback for Kane to back to.
I don't want the
back to Tottenham. I know that you might not want it, Jez, but I think for Tottenham that might be like a little lucrative thing for them to be like.
You
technically got money for him, but in 2-3 years' time, if we can get a lower fee to buy him back, if we need him again, it can be back to Tottenham. Like, oh, heroes.
I don't think there's a chance of buyback clause.
No, I
think it could be something like a.
The offering is, but I don't think it's going to happen because you got to consider how many times that actually our team buy a player back, especially for decent fee as well. Like no one Bayern Munich, they're not going to do like a small fee in the like they're going to ask for a fee that Levy's going to think a couple of season time and be like, nah, it's not worth it, especially considering we are going to buy replacements for him as well, whatever it's 1 or 2 strikers. And for me personally, I'm fine selling him because when you look at even the manager system, and again, like shout out to the Tifo Football, they released another video of it today where they were talking about the West Ham preseason game. Richarlison been on the pitch, even though Richarlison is not as good as Kane at all, the way Richarlison plays fits us a lot more and what Ange wants to do than what Kane does. Because Kane can't push a back. Kane can't push our can't push the defensive line deeper by maybe even sitting behind the defense and be quick, mobile and quick enough to come on side again, so you can go ahead and try and make a run in behind or work the channels. So for Ange's system, he doesn't fit our system at all.
That sounds very familiar, just but go on, carry on.
Yeah, but carry on. But extremely familiar. Just go to Tifo Football and just watch why. I think the video is called "Why Tottenham Should Sell Harry Kane," and it's very detailed. And there's a lot of points where they made points as well why Tottenham fans are in the right wanting him to stay. But in overall, in the modern day football, when you really look at how managers wants to play and how they want to, especially considering as well how pressing football works these days, every team wants to do it. That's why a Harry Kane, most systems he wouldn't fit. At this, especially in our system. And when I deeped it and was thinking about it, you know what? If you can get somebody younger who fits the profile of what we can do, and then maybe you try and spend the rest of the money on wide players instead, who fit the system as well, will you already have the players we have? I think that will do us a lot better than keeping Kane for a season and hoping that we get top 4. I think that would be stupid. And with the news regarding that the owner, apparently, or actual owners, told Levy that we have to sell Kane, I said that's bullshit to begin with. But Mutlaw obviously came out reporting saying how a source, which he knows very closely, who worked at Tottenham, the owner doesn't even know what kit. He doesn't even know in what kit we were. Doesn't even know if we home or away, if he ever watches the games. So you want to tell me the guy barely knows in what kit we playing in, but the guy, you telling me he's telling Levy he has to sell Kane this summer. It's sounded bullshit to begin with, but then when I found out that the reporter was a reporter that reports mainly for Man United or then clubs up north, it's propaganda. Because again, they use the same keywords like Kane is desperate to win trophies when you actually read the article. But yeah, he's desperate to win trophies, but he's still at Tottenham. So it's like, do you see the bias in these reports in it? So even though it's a tier 1, I'm not really believing everything in it because of who it wrote. Because which is the funny part, none of the sports correspondents have even followed up with that. None of them. So that's why I've called bullshit with the whole story that Joe Lewis was actually coming around and telling Levy he has to sell Kane. But do I think there's a situation where we have to sell him? Yes, because the manager doesn't want the situation to drag on. He's saying that he even came out and said in the press conference, I want the situation to be resolved very soon. Which means he's fine if Kane leaves. And I like that about the manager, that Kane, see, if this was Conte would be begging Levy to keep Kane even if it means he wants his contract out. But the manager is fine. Whoever it is, the manager is fine letting guys go, and I think this is a positive sign. Even if it's somebody who's important to the team or important to the club, important to the fans. If the manager is fine letting these guys go, I like that. We need to be ruthless.
I still think probably even more unpopular opinion because of the reports that came out. But like Jez said, we don't know how true they are. I think Spurs just throwed a massive bag at him, throw a whole load of incentives at him, and he stays at Spurs.
We have. Apparently,
we have to. Again. He rejected that.
See, nobody actually knows that he rejected that. Okay. There's a report coming out saying that he rejected talks, but it didn't say that. It never said that he's never gonna go back into the conversations of wanting to extend the contract. That's what it never says. It's unclear. It's unclear.
Very similar to what PSG did with Mbappe when they have a big bumper deal. You're involved with things behind the scenes, all that type of thing. I don't know if they make him not part owner, but give him a percentage of something, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's underhand, like it's not included in the contract, all right, you get a percentage of
just more power.
More power, percentage of certain revenue, etc., etc. You have a say in the signings. You can talk to the manager about. You have a say in the tactics. You have a say in the formations. But you have a say in the coaching staff, etc., etc.
But difference to Mbappe, this Kane guy is not trying to communicate. Like he's not trying to say anything until like. For me, it's like if you want to leave the club, nobody's gonna begrudge you. The last time, only reason why people begrudge you is because you did a interview with Gary Neville, and the season wasn't even over when the interview came out.
That's crazy.
So for me, it's like. This time, just say you want to leave. Say you don't want to sign a contract and sell me, or I'm leaving the club for free. Everybody will be more keen on. Everybody will be more happy than to see you leave, because everybody can accept. Yeah, because there's still people who believe he doesn't want to leave, or people still believe you have to keep him. So if you actually show your actual intention and tell everybody you want to leave, I would be more than happy. So, because for me it's even better, anyways. Because I wanna have a forward who can actually help us play a different way instead of just having a striker who only chops deep.
So you want a striker who can?
Yes, I want a difference.
Said, like
yes,
spinning behind and be athletic and be mobile.
I want a striker who can just do more and be more of a nuisance than just affecting the game by just dropping deep. Obviously, Kane can still score goals regardless.
Oh yeah, facts.
But the issue is his way of playing is very easy. I think these times to go and let's say it this way: if Nagelsmann was the coach, he would be saying the same thing. Why? Because Lewandowski was sold to Bayern Munich because of those reasons. Nagelsmann didn't like the fact that Lewandowski couldn't press. And this was a big reason why him and Lewandowski. That's why Lewandowski didn't really perform as well under Nagelsmann, because he wasn't this pressing forward that Nagelsmann in a usual system would like to have. Hence why I say, like, yes, Kane is a very good player, but when you look at most managers these days, especially the ones coming up, they all want to play a style where you are also not only are you able to affect the game in possession, but also affect the game in transition as well.
Yeah.
So it's like the game's just moving on with Kane. And to be honest, I think Tuchel is one of them old managers who, you know what, I can still work with Kane. And I mean, you see the way Bayern is linked with players like Fabinho, Kane.
That's crazy.
I think Tuchel is fine having a striker like that, because I probably appreciates the fact that he can drop deeper, and he's not too fast if he can't press as well. But no, I just want him gone because I think it will benefit us in terms of how we want to play, even if it means we don't get somebody as good of his quality. I just need somebody.
I think Bayern are coming in with a third bid. They said they are going to.
Yeah. This is the another thing. I put that earlier in the chat when I was listening to Monday United, where apparently Neppe, who is the director of football, and Tresen, who's I think a CEO, they were supposed to be at the Asia tour for them, but apparently they're leaving the Bayern squad now to meet with Levy in London, I think, because they want to get this deal done. So I hope they can get the deal done, and I hope Levy just accepts the fact that he has to be sold in the manager, because it's not helping the manager. We still don't have centre backs. The midfield is kind of like, yes, we have players that he likes, but really and truly he wants to change midfielders. The striker situation is a big issue if Kane leaves. Like, it's a lot of changes. Like, a new goalkeeper came in with a new backline. So it's like, that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm so chilled. That's why I'm not too stressed about this window, because I feel like it's so much going on for the new manager where I'm like, you know, I can give you the first season because this is a big mess that you're coming into. Very big mess. So I just want things to just be solved, have a decent season. I'll be honest, even if we miss a lot of Europe, I wouldn't care too much, because I think it's more important that we trying to actually, because at the moment in time we are bleeding. But are you trying to bleed by just?
Man said at this moment in time we are bleeding.
Bro, we are bleeding, bro. Like, you know what it's like, bro. We're bleeding, bro. Like, no, we leaking hella blood out of their faces and that.
Yo, Ryan, love every time, man. Big up, man. Big up, man. Go on. This guy's a joke,
but we bleeding, bro. Like, it hella scraps and that. Like, everywhere it's like injuries and that. But you know what issue for, and we just have to stop the leaks. Like, it's what it is like. And starting off, getting rid of number 10. Getting rid of number 10 would be, I think, a big step forward. And I'll be honest, one thing I would like to see as well is that we don't give the next striker the number 10 show or some shit, because I find number 10 on a striker weird as fuck anyways. But like, Harry Kane, I need you to leave my football club. Desperate.
We need the money, man. Get out of here.
Just to answer quickly, yes, Warrior J, Ram will be on the Tuesday edition of the Manchester United Liverpool show, Man United Analysis at Anfield. I spoke to him before this, so he'll be on. And Francis says, Jess thoughts on Kolo Muani to replace Kane. Not sure how reliable the sources are in regards to Kolo Muani to Spurs, but thoughts anyway, Jess. Let's talk about it from a hypothetical standpoint.
From if you want to talk from that way, then I think. Would you
be happy with the deal? Would you?
Yes. So I think I would be happy to move, because I think he does everything that I'm asking for, and I think he fits the system. It's just like I said, I feel like the issue is more the price point with him. But then again, if you get the Kane money, then we do have the money there, so it's like sell Kane and just get more money in, so we don't have to worry really too much about But I don't know. I personally would have been happy if he would have just had more time to kind of figure out strikers and goal strikers during the time. But I don't know. But because I do still think, I know he had a good season, but it's just really one breakout season where like everybody's like on the radar now. Before that, I still knew about Moani before that at Nantes, but it's only now that he had his breakout season. So, and it's what also gotta also consider, like, you are the replacement of Harry Kane, so it's a lot of pressure from the fan base that's gonna come on to you as well. You would be the record fee as well, from what I'm suspecting, if you pay the money. So would I be happy? Yes, but I wouldn't be saying that I wouldn't be concerned with certain things with him.
What would be the concerns with him?
I think pressure first, because you have to replace Kane and have him to step up immediately. Him coming into this league and having to perform as well after just only breaking out really and truly. I think the price tag will be a talking point as well. So yeah, it's just, and then obviously just the fans. The fans just really, the moment you're not scoring goals, they will be onto your neck.
No, that's fair. Okay, no, I fully hear what you're saying with that. Before we close out, people, get your final few questions in regards to any transfer rumors, news, etc., etc. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to it as well. Make sure you subscribe to Ahmed's channel. The link's in the title, people. The Bridge 258. The link is in the title. You click the link in
chat
the title.
also for you guys to have a look
It's dropped
at
in the chat as well. But you click the link in the title, it opens up a new tab. Go subscribe over there. Road to 400 subscribers now. Great content over there. If you're a Chelsea fan, make sure you're over there. But if you're a football fan, make sure you're over there. Because not only do you see Ahmed obviously on his channel, but you'll see other people
I'm
over
gonna
here
get a special
on his
guest actually
channel
on Wednesday
as well. See, special guests over there. I've been over there, but I know Mertaz has been on his channel as well, and it's other familiar.
Jez has also been on there as well. Big up Jez as well.
Jez has been over there. So yeah, people, make sure you check it out. But let's bump up the likes. We're at over 140 people still watching right now, and we're only at 58 likes. Like check 1212. When you enter the city of Sarcasm, pay the toll, people. Pay the tax, which is by hitting the like button. Let's get us up to 70 likes. We're 12 short currently. And on top of that, please continue to share across the socials and follow at Sarcasm City TV across all socials, and subscribe to the channel. Sarcasm City TV, we're one short of 7,284. There's over 140 people in here. I'm only asking for one subscriber. And on top of all those things I just mentioned, don't forget this show and all the other shows on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts. All the podcasts on the Sarcasm City TV, YouTube, and Twitch channels are available on those platforms, plus more. So like I said, SoundCloud, hit us a follow, leave us a comment. Spotify, make sure you 5-star us and follow us on there. iTunes, the same. Make sure you 5-star us and you leave us a comment on iTunes. The links for all of those are underneath in the description as well, and I will drop them in the chat. I know people will be listening on the audio platforms because you might just not want the YouTube app open, which is absolutely fine. You might be at the gym. You might, you know what I'm saying, just be on your phone and just have it on while in your headphones, people. So yeah, like I said, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and you can find us in audio-only platforms. Because we're more than the YouTube and Twitch show, people.
I just want to say, I just want to say quickly, a lot of these NBA guys are getting seduced by the Saudi deals, man. You know what I'm saying? Got LeBron right now tweeting about going to Saudi on a 1-year deal.
Wait, LeBron tweeted this one, though?
Yeah, he said me heading to Saudi when they call Rich Paul and Mav Carter for that 1-year deal. So listen, man.
Well,
listen,
I saw Damian Lillard. I saw Damian.
Yeah.
Did you see the Giannis tweet?
Giannis was like, listen, I look like Mbappe.
I look like Mbappe.
These man, like, listen, man, they're starving, man. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the funny part about it, is the best midfielder in the world, whoever you think is considering, he's getting Bruce Brown money. See, that's so funny part about it. Like, footballers don't really get that much money like NBA players get in there, but Mbappe is a special case in it, so
yeah, man.
Okay, But one thing
I will say though, I think over time they do better than the majority of NBA.
I think they have to, but then also the way football in terms of finances will have to completely be structured different. And I think, because again, like, I think the big issue is, like, unlike NBA or NFL stuff, at least you don't have transfer fees in it. Like, footballers could get better contracts if there wasn't transfer fees, but
and drafts as well.
Yeah.
And there's
Drafts,
drafts.
so it's
Yeah.
just that's why I said I don't. Even though footballer maybe get more money in the future, I still think that that's a long way forward unless they go all to Saudi, innit?
And yo, big up Mile High Hotspur as well. Says big up, much love. Seeing you with the homie Jacob the other day. Glad to catch you live. Big up for finding your way over here. Shout out to my guy Jacob. United Spurs of America, great Spurs, great content creator, great channel as well. I've been over there a couple times. So yeah, man, love to have you over here, Mile High Hotspur. And don't forget, check out the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show as well. With obviously jerseys on there as the Tottenham Hotspur representative people. Let's see what else. Have I missed anything in regards to you, man? I mean, anything, any rumors, any news that you might want to discuss?
In regards to us, really, like Chalobah is...
not just Chelsea, just in general. This is not...
No, Chalobah is actually quite big because apparently the club are saying that he's for sale now. So
thoughts on that?
So that must mean that there must be a centre-back coming to Chelsea Football Club, basically. They must be looking to buy a centre-back as well. Because if he goes, the only RCB we have left is Thiago Silva. And if we're being real, bro, Thiago Silva cannot play in the back four anymore.
So people keep saying this. I think he'll be fine in the back four.
No. Like, if you saw the Brighton game, bro, no.
What's this pre-season game?
No, but even like last season, bro, in the back four situation.
But then, to be fair, you had a shit manager.
Yeah, everybody looked bad.
No, it's not, I just think for me in the back four, I don't know if you worked anymore. Get me?
No. I get the point. I get the point that you're trying to say, but in the same time, I don't think it's fair to say right now at this moment in time. Like, I get it if you want to have conversations about Cucurella and these guys, but I think with Thiago Silva, I think given actually in a settled system, even the four, I think he can still perform or do something. Like I do get the overall point though, that definitely there should be a plan in case he can't perform to the same levels in a four, in case even when the team is playing well. So I do think there should be a consideration, but I don't think the sample size is there yet to actually say that he can't do it. And just the one thing, because I talked about it with Lewis before as well, because he thinks Thiago Silva can still do it in the four. I think, not saying that he can't do it, but I understand why Chelsea fans want. I think I can. Let's say it this way: I can understand why Chelsea fans are maybe a bit concerned because he is old and the way Poch wants to play football. But in the same time, I think at least give Thiago Silva a platform to show why he can't do it. Because I don't think there has been a fair enough of sample size to actually come to a conclusion that he can't do it in the four no more.
Facts. I think that's what it is. Because that said, now Silva was averaging a back four way better than a three. That's all centre backs. Because you have an extra defender. Vast majority of top centre backs are better. Take whoever your top three is in the Premier League. Put whether it's Martinez, whether it's Kanate, whether it's Saliba, put either of those three in the back three. You think they're all not better in the back three? Of course they are. What's your top three centre backs in the league, Ahmed, or even in Europe? What even say it right now?
Let's say in the league right now, I'll say
in the league.
Saliba definitely. Martinez is another one. Who's the third one then? Thinking. Not.
Just say a third one.
I'm trying to. The guy from Man City. Whose name?
Diaz. Yeah. All right. We'll use Diaz. How could I forget Diaz? You put all them players in the back three, they're better.
Yeah. I get that. I get that, of course, but I just think for me, we want to phase out Thiago Silva. You get me? Maybe I get
phasing him out. I get that. I get trying because of the age he is. I just don't think he's a problem for Chelsea at the back. Boy, this way as a United fan, I don't want to see him play for you lot in the back four. I don't want you're a much better side with him to me. But that's
that's what I said. Like I said, for me, I don't understand the criticism until that actually proof proper proof in a right system, in a certain system. Because a lot of things were wrong last season. And so at times looked like a bum. But every Chelsea fan would tell me this is the franchise player.
Yeah. At times he did look bad, and I don't, even though he takes responsibility, I don't fully put that on him.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you have around you, that's a valid point. That's a very valid point.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to at least give certain guys like the platform to show them, okay, you know what, I can't do it in this formation, and it is what it is. But I get the concern because some people think he can't do it, but
because he's like his age.
Age, exactly. So you have to just wait and see, to be honest. But talking about the centre back, I'll be honest, I don't think you saw. Because you know what it is? It's getting a centre back before you get a new keeper would be wild, in my opinion.
Bro, I don't. I think the keeper situation is looking like it's Hasbrook at this point. I generally believe the GK situation is probably going to be Kappa and a number 2 goalkeeper. That's what it's looking like to me, sadly. And the way that like we're already attacking the situation with the wingers, with the Olise, Kudus, then you got the midfield situation where we know for sure the club is starting Caicedo, and it looks like there's someone else that's being targeted too. And now the centre back situation. Bro, it looks like GK's cooked.
No, first, what I'm saying. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, I want to get to this earlier. I know Noble, if you're still in the chat, where he says we need to speak on Rice. He's so overrated. I don't think there's anything that needs to be said. He's English and a good player and has gone for big money. He's going to get overhyped. If you add those things, I just take Rice's name out of it and you add those things into the equation that I just said, you're going to get overhyped. English, an actual good player, so a player of a good level, English, and you've gone for big money to one of the big clubs in the top 6 or the big 6, I should say. You're going to get overhyped. That's player name here, and you have those 3 things I mentioned. You're gonna get overhyped because Rice weren't getting no shouts as one of the best DMs in the league when he was at West Ham. Now he's moved to Arsenal. Now it's a conversation of who he's better than. Is he better than Casemiro? Is he better than Rodri? Is he better than such as like? No, he wasn't getting these shouts. He wasn't getting the hype Lavia's getting now. He isn't getting the hype that Caicedo's getting now in terms of level. But now all of a sudden he's one like, but that's going to happen. And bear in mind, I actually think Rice is a very good player. I think he is. I think he's a good player. I think Arsenal paid too much for him, yes, but I still think it was good business. It's just the Kai Havertz thing. And Kevin Pierce said Atalanta signed their Hoyland replacement. Who was that?
They bought like a Senegalese striker from the Spanish league. So Fabrizio said in the tweet that it's most likely the Hoyland replacement, but I think it's not a guarantee that he will be Hoyland's replacement. Like, there's obviously the chance that maybe Hoyland still stays, but if Hoyland were to go, he would be the replacement. So they wouldn't let's say this, but they wouldn't buy another striker if Hoyland leaves.
All right, first, what I'm saying, first, like I said, it's not, yeah. Like
I do think United get it over the line, but I can't lie, Flawless. I think that it's capped that United won't. I don't think they would pay 86 million, but I think they will pay more than they were originally.
Yeah.
I think 100%. They will pay more money than they were originally planning to because it's desperateness. I think it's desperateness. Then
are you going to be able to pay that though, bro? Like I'm hearing you got 150 million.
No. I mean, yes, they will be able. Yeah. They have to.
They said that at the start. Dude, we always find a way.
So we're doing clown payments these days, yeah?
Yeah, we've been on that. Straight on credit. Been on that. Because people said, oh, you only got 100 million to spend, and then we went and bought Mount, Nana, linked to made a bid for Hoyland. That was it. Like, what we talking about? Amrabat's there. Bear in mind, you got to add in sales as well. Because Alanga's on his way out. McTominay could be on his way out. Who else? Tellers has gone. Bailly, Maguire.
Honestly, the Maguire thing is I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know if Maguire's happening, bro.
Well, it's probably not. Don't seem to be because West Ham are talking about loan. But the reason why I'm not fussed about Maguire leaving as much as others is because he's 5th choice centre back, and we're actively trying to sign another one. Whether that's Johnny Evans, whether that's Diassi, whether that's someone else, he's 5th choice. And if we sign another centre back, it'll be 6th choice. Yeah, go on.
Did you see the Diassi thing?
No, what was it?
I saw a report saying how if United were to buy him, a plan is to play him at right back as well as centre back.
You know more than me about him. What's he like technically? Like going forward from a stat standpoint.
To be honest, I don't have watched him that much to really say, but from what I've seen, I don't think he is that type of player. And I would think and say going forward, he's going to help him define the field. I think he's more of them ones where I think Ten Hag maybe looks from a perspective where, okay, he starts maybe with 3 centre backs, where Diassi is the right back, for example, and that's where he tucks in, and maybe then the left back goes forward, so he can. So it's like essentially, it's going to be 3 centre backs at the back, and then you have the extra wide player with whoever plays left back. I think maybe that's a plan if that were to happen, which I think is not even a terrible idea because it does give you more security as well. Because I feel like having two fullbacks, like, that's why the Frimpong thing, even though I think he's a very good fullback and would be a good signing for United, I would be worried in terms of like he is very offensive. Like I don't even look at him as a fullback. I generally look at him as a winger. I think I'm not even a winger. I think he's a winger.
Yeah, you think he's just a straight winger? Hey, cool.
I'm with that. That's what I think.
Because we got Wan-Bissaka there, and we can play him when we need to attack and when we need to defend and shut. You got Wan-Bissaka. You got AWB, man. That's good options to have. But we'll see. But yeah, with Diaz, I just like the links of another centre back because we do need another one. Maguire, we all know, is not good enough. That's why he's 5th choice. Lindelof, even though he did well last season, I'd still like an improvement. And
it looks like Ten Hag likes him though.
Yeah, Lindelof did well, which he does, but he likes him so much that he's trying to replace him. That's why we're trying to sign a centre back. Because we're not going to sign a Diassi like a Kim Min-jae who was in for who we actually agreed personal terms. He's not coming in to sit behind Varane and Lindelof. It's behind Varane and compete with him because Varane don't play week in, week out. But Lindelof did play well. He did play well because we seen the best of Lindelof last season because he was utilized as a squad player. Yeah. That's why. That's what it was.
I was saying that to a fellow United fan. I was like, listen, guys, Varane he's almost like right now. He's almost like at what he's probably going to be the best version of himself at United. This is now the time where you bring in another top centre back to compete with him, so that when he declines, you have another guy that's already prepped for you.
Agreed, and someone to help. Varane's someone who's great to help a young centre back. The amount of knowledge and information that he can give him as well, like 100. What a mentor to have than Raphael Varane, who's been in every single hostile environment you can think of in regards to, you played in El Clasicos, you played in the Bernabeu for years, you've been in the Lions Den, so how much he could help a young centre back, it would be great. So that's why I'm hoping to be cyber. I did want Kim Min-jae, it didn't happen, but go get somebody. I've already mentioned someone mentioned in the chat a Bella Kotchap. I would go and get someone like him. So if it's not him, someone of that profile. So I'm just glad that we're looking in that area. Ted, who says Rice shouldn't be playing a lone 6, it really limits him. Much better in a pivot, more of a natural defensive 8. Everyone knows what Arsenal's best midfielders is.
We know what it is, but Arteta has to learn the hard way.
Yeah, man, you're gonna play Havertz in there, man. You're gonna play Havertz in there. If you don't play Havertz in there, he's gonna play Havertz up top. Well, somewhere like Havertz.
Bro, I'm honestly not concerned, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, Arteta, bro. You know what I mean? Doing the Lord's work, man. He's doing the Lord's work, man.
I'm saying you're doing well, man.
Yeah,
shout out. I can't wait. I've never looked forward to an Arsenal competitive debut more than Kai Havertz. Can't wait. Yeah, go on, Jez.
Hey, man, I'm already getting banned because of this Kai Havertz guy because I'm spitting facts, man, on Twitter. But hey, man, all I'm saying is, man, it's not even the season hasn't even started, and the Arsenal fans fighting already each other in the stance about Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I don't think it was about Kai Havertz, but why they were fighting our preseason game is crazy. But like someone said, it's hot.
It's because they're able to drink there. You know what I'm saying? They're able to drink in the stands. And it's hot. Obviously in the UK they banned that for a reason.
All I'm saying is, if it was because of Kai Havertz, I wouldn't be surprised. All I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Shout out, man. I don't think it was Kai. But yeah, hopefully no one got hit too hurt in regards to that. But we're going to close out Doing the Most, people. Make sure you check out the playlist for this show if Doing the Most is actually your favorite show. We will be returning to the Premier League show that it was when the season starts back, people. So I think, this won't be the last one. This is one of the last.
31, then plus 7 will be 8, and then it will be the week after. So in 3 weeks' times.
So basically, you got 2 more transfer shows left, people, and then we'll be back to the regular schedule in regards to Doing the Most. I haven't seen it, where we just look back at the weekend's games just gone. It's 5 different categories, and then we run polls. We decide, myself, all of us on the panel, you lot in the chat, we'll pick each We'll pick nominations, and then I'll run a poll, and then that will be the winner for that week, people. But make sure you subscribe to The Bridge 258. Links in the title for Ahmed's channel. Ahmed, anything you want to add? Let them know where they can find you. All that
Again, please make sure to like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Give us a follow on the Twitch. If you've got a Prime subscription, you've got a free Twitch Prime, give that to Flawless. Helps his channel out a lot. Just make sure, again, to follow me on The Bridge 258. I'll put the link again in the chat for you guys to see. Got a lot of content coming out. Tomorrow probably will be some more news coming out. I'm pretty sure the Chelsea transfer news is going to up quite a lot recently.
Hey, I'm gonna be watching the Lewis show.
Yeah, so it's going to be hotting up a lot more. I think I'm probably not going to do a video until probably 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tomorrow because I want to wait this time to get the information out as much as possible. Excuse me for you, man. Obviously on Wednesday got a live stream. They're having a special guest on from Player's Choice. He's who I usually do alongside with. He's a real CR7 fanboy. Let me shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? You see it when I'm with him on Wednesday. We also have the live stream on Wednesday going into Thursday night. It will be because the game started at 1:15 a.m. So it will be minus half an hour, so 15. So that'll be a 15 past 12 in the morning, 15 past 12 in the morning, which will be 0:45 a.m. I'll be with Marshall from Casual FC to do the watch on too as well. So you know what I'm saying, listen guys, you're getting a lot of content. Chelsea will probably be providing with some content to you. You know, you get the laughs, you get the chatter, you get the good knowledge as well, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I like to make a few jokes every now and then, but on the channel I'm usually serious. So you know, so you get to see real armor, the serious armor, you know what I'm saying? And engineering armor, you know what I'm saying? That's like my actual job. So
this guy joke, man. But yeah, his channels in the chat, like I already mentioned, the audio platforms as well. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. What we got coming up? I was gonna say tomorrow, today. Obviously, if you're in the UK or if the UK time zone people, so you get the Man Them United podcast right here on the YouTube, 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. You get the Manchester United show. So myself and Ivorian talking all things Manchester United. Then on the Twitch, 8:30 p.m. The fan calling show people, and the fan calling show is open to anybody to call in. Doesn't matter what team you support, doesn't matter what sport you want to talk about. So that's over on the Twitch. So for everyone who's got so much info, so much to say in the chat, call into the fan calling show people, because many others have called in, and then that's how some of the people you see on the channel have gotten here, like Alam, for instance, who's now been a member of the channel for 11 months. That's how he got on the channel. So yeah, if you want to call in people, 8:30 p.m. UK time, and then back right here on midnight tomorrow for the Manchester United Liverpool show, Man Them United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast, where we're talking all things Manchester United and all things Liverpool. Jez, anything you want to add before we do indeed close up? You know if he's there. Yo, Jez.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good, fam.
Big up everybody. I mean, it was a good show. I hope everybody make sure that you like, subscribe. Also, when the Premier League comes back, we're gonna have watch alongs on the Twitch. Yes. Obviously, all the Man United watch alongs obviously gonna be on YouTube only.
Yes.
But all the other watch alongs gonna be on Twitch. Maybe you get sometimes situation where we maybe even stream a game that is not even Premier League related. Where like maybe Alam, Peter, who knows? Maybe makes a random Bundesliga, Belgian Pro.
That could happen.
Random Belgian Pro League watch along. Like we are in the top 5 now in the world. So like, you know, we in the club. So all I'm saying is that you never know. So make sure you go and subscribe, or not even subscribe, just follow on the Twitch. But if you don't want to see ads, because we don't put the ads by ourselves, just make sure that you then subscribe. And if you don't want to see ads, and actually, quick question before we end. Yeah. You actually what? Because I saw the debates on the timeline between United fans and on YouTube as well. Do you actually want United to wait for Kane?
In regards to wait for Kane for what? What do you mean? Get him on a free?
No, but wait maybe later till the window. Maybe when we get to the situation where he's still at Tottenham, but the situation is like
that's smart. Yeah, that would actually be very, very, very shrewd business from us, and to wait and go, all right, you're gonna lose him for a free. Basically, you're gonna lose him for free in 3 days, for instance. Let's say the window's got here's 50 M's. Mm-hmm. I'd do that type of thing. Here's 40 million. Otherwise, you lose him for free in 3 days.
Yeah,
I would love to see us do that type of thing.
I did see the debates. Yeah, because I did see the debates. Because obviously, the season will already have started by then. But then, in the same time, you get the situation where like the price might have been even lower by then.
Facts.
But in the same time, I was thinking that where I'm debating from is like by then Bayern or PSG will have made an offer where like maybe even though we haven't rejected it, or maybe we have rejected it, we maybe go back to their offers and say, you know what, take the offer.
Take that. Maybe. I think that's the risk you take though. I'd run that risk.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm fully running that risk, because if Kane had 4 years left on his deal, we're talking 150 M's bare minimum.
Oh yeah, that would be the minimum. That's the minimum
starting price.
Yeah, this is when he actually picks up the telephone, maybe.
Yeah, that's when we start negotiations, and then it's like 100 north of that and add-ons and whatever else. So utilize what you have. I'd love to see us. I don't know, August the 29th. All right, here's 50 M's. What are you saying? That type of thing. That's what I would like. But Manchester United don't move like that, and I'm keeping the same energy because I said I'd do the same for Kylian Mbappe too. Do the exact same. Go utilize the fact that we're interested. I do like, but go make a bid. Go make a bid. I don't know what we're doing. But hey, big up to Andy, Manchester. Big up. Alam says USG watch-alongs back soon, people. So yeah, you may get some.
We lost our top striker, man. Fuck.
Yeah, you may get some non
Stud the Reds, man. Don't worry, we might do some stud the Reds.
Yeah, you may get some League One, Bundesliga, Belgian Pro League watch-alongs over on the Twitch. That may happen. Sugar says great show. And actually, that being said, I know Mertaza spoke to me about this. I think Manchester United are playing Real Madrid Wednesday night. I think he was looking to do a watch-along. I think he said it's 1:15. 1:30 a.m. something like that.
I can check.
Yeah, double check that. You may get it. You may not. I will not be running it. Obviously, I run the Q&A at midnight before that. And then send everybody from here over there.
Yeah, on 1:30 a.m.
So you may get that, people. But yeah, we're gonna close out. Please continue to support in the way you have. Much appreciated to each and every one of you lot. And this has been doing the most live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.